to Lunch for the Soul podcast with Coach Miriam. I hope you're having a great day on this amazing day. Today's Wednesday, and every day that you are alive is a good day. And the way I will put it is, if you are alive, you have purpose, and there is something that you are called to do because you're just not here for no reason. You are here for a reason, and it is meant for your light to be on. And I am here to make sure your light is turned on very bright, that it is shining. And many times, people's light have dimmed and it's not shining bright because they're feeling burdened, because they feel a lot of disease. Um, they're not feeling at peace in their minds, in their relationships, finances, all these things. But in all these things, you are more than a conqueror. So I really just came to do a very short teaching and just to encourage you, because it's real out here. And there are so many people that feel like they're actually losing the war against, that's happening in their mindsets. And that is really where you need to do some reframing and some restructuring and some renewing, because when the enemy wants to destroy you, it's through deception. And he will plant lies, um, so that you don't know, who you truly are. He will also use circumstances and people to distract you or even just deceive you, um, out of realizing that, you can be, everything that God has called you to be. You can have what those desires of your heart, because God is the one that put them there. But as long as you're focused on what's happening around you, you're then going to be distracted from the very place that is actually meant for your development. And I just love the scripture that reminds us in Ephesians 6, verse 12, that we're not struggling against flesh and blood, that there are outside forces that don't want you to succeed. There are outside forces that are against your progress. But because you carry the DNA of Christ, then you don't conform to the circumstances. We're meant to conform to his image. I hope that makes sense. And when you begin to really conform to his image and you begin to really know who you truly are, because inside of you is divine DNA, you're going to overcome those storms that you're facing, those storms that you may be facing in your mind, those negative thoughts, doubt, um, just anything that comes to steal your joy and your peace. You can actually reclaim it again by reclaiming your identity. But as long as you don't know who you are, it's going to be really hard to do that. And you may feel defeated. You may wake up and it feels like it's taking a concerted effort just for you to get out of bed. And it's not supposed to be that way. There are so many people that I talk to, so many clients that I work with, and they feel so defeated. They don't even want to get up and go to work. They're feeling miserable. They look at their bank account and they just feel so bad, or they're constantly having arguments in their household, in their marriage, or whatever the case is. But it's not meant for you to be in a place of lack or where you just feel defeated. So is there anybody here that's been experiencing any mental battles, any negative thoughts, where you feel like you're being conquered versus the scripture tells us we're more than a conqueror, more than a conqueror. You're feeling like a victim of your thoughts instead of victorious. How's it going, y'all? So if you have any questions about how to overcome your thoughts, don't hesitate to ask them because I'm here to help. I always encourage people, look, you can't change what you're not aware of. So one of the first steps in overcoming negative thoughts is awareness. Like, just don't, it is number one, realize that you don't have to be a victim of your thoughts. You don't have to be a victim of your thoughts. And start becoming aware about what you're even thinking about and what you've been meditating on. Because sometimes we're so used to the same thoughts that we develop a thought pattern, and those thoughts are just used to being there. Like we become used to it that we become so desensitized, and we even normalize those thoughts that they come in the morning, they come in the middle of the day, they come at night, and they don't just have to come and squat like in your house, in your mental house, rent free. You can actually evict those thoughts. No matter how long you've been thinking in a certain way, it doesn't have to stay that way. Like those thoughts are not who you are. You are so much more than that. So one of the first strategies is to become aware of what you're even thinking about. And then when you realize, well, these thoughts really stink, I don't like these thoughts. These thoughts are very negative. You can invite the thoughts that you actually want to have. And I love what Joyce Meyer says. She says, if you want to change your life, it really begins with changing your mindset. And some of the thoughts that you're thinking about is related to some negative experience that you had in second grade or in first grade, where somebody lied to you. Maybe you experienced being bullied. Somebody spoke down to you. But I love the scripture, John chapter 8, verse 32, that says, you will know the truth and the truth will set you free. So in order for you to win the battlefield of the mind, number one, you got to show up. Don't just let these thoughts come in like soldiers to wipe you out. You have to come with your own strategy. So it does take strategy to win the battlefield. Just like soldiers, they plot and they plan and they come with a strategy to win. And many times we're not winning because we're anticipating failure already. So therefore you're already on the side of defeat, but you're meant to win. So one of the biggest strategies, number one, is become aware of what you're thinking about. And then number two, you need to invite truth, because you will know the truth. And they say this in court, and the truth will make you free. And what is truth? What? Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. So no matter what you've been through, no matter the thoughts you've had, who spoke down to you, none of that, all of that becomes invalid when you invite truth in. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am loved by God, whose love is perfect. No matter what I've experienced in life, God has a plan for me. And that plan is for me to be prosperous. I am smart. You begin to speak truth over yourself, and you allow that voice to become amplified, that it begins to silence any other thought process that is actually negative. Truth will set you free. Lies will keep you in bondage and will even lead you to believe that you can't even win, that your mindset or your thoughts have control over you. And that's a lie within itself. You can drive your thoughts. And that's why we're told to think on things that are lovely, that are pure, that are of good report. Just like you may think about what you want to have for lunch. You can be very intentional about thinking about a thought of positivity, the way that you want to see yourself. And you can continue to drive your mind in that thought process. And now you're developing a new meditation, a new way of seeing yourself. So the strongholds that are negative begin to get weak and weak and weak until it's completely gone. And that is the strategy for winning the battlefield of the mind. So you all, I hope that was helpful. You can go and check out if you need any resources. There are so many resources. You don't have to just stay the way you are or allow your mindset to deplete you and just take away your life and take away your joy. You can experience joy again. You can be hopeful that if you actually implement the strategy, it's going to work. But you got to see the worth in yourself of trying, because you are important and you are special and you are divinely made and crafted. And there's so much purpose within you that your purpose is waiting. Okay. But it's time for you to understand the divine DNA that's on the inside of you. So go and check out my website. You can go check out the description, all that great stuff. Y'all have a great day. Bye.